Hey everyone, welcome back. Let's talk about one of the most ambitious and specific price predictions for XRP we've seen yet. A veteran Bitcoin investor known as Pumpius is making a bold claim. He argues that if the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, clears all the pending spot XRP ETFs in October, the conditions could align for XRP to hit $50 by the end of December 2025. That's not just a random guess. He says it's a matter of math plus market structure. So, let's break down his argument, look at the numbers, and see if this incredibly bullish timeline holds up to scrutiny. The entire thesis hinges on one key event: ETF approvals in October. Pumpius points out that at least 6 major financial issuers have already submitted active S-1 filings or amendments with the SEC. These aren't small names. The list includes Bitwise, WisdomTree, 21 Shares, Canary Capital, CoinShares, and Franklin Templeton. According to him, the timing of these filings, which came after the SEC's dismissal of its case against Ripple, suggests that these issuers are seriously preparing for a launch window. The SEC's current review calendar apparently places multiple XRP ETF applications in a decision cluster around late October 2025. Pumpius notes that this creates a potential all-green or all-red moment for XRP. If it's all green, ETF launches could begin rolling out in the fourth quarter, instantly opening the floodgates for institutional money to enter XRP at a scale we've never seen before. Now, let's get to the math behind the $50 target. Industry insiders, including Canary Capital CEO Stephen McClurg, project that first-month inflows into spot XRP ETFs could exceed $5 billion. Commentators believe this level of demand could create a significant strain on XRP's available supply. Here's why. About 35 billion XRP is locked in Ripple's escrow, and a large portion of the circulating supply is held by exchanges and major long-term holders. This means the effective free float, the tokens actually available for trading, is relatively thin. Pumpius highlights that this combination of massive new demand and a limited liquid supply creates perfect conditions for air pocket price moves, where the price could skyrocket rapidly as buyers struggle to find enough sellers. But the infrastructure to handle this institutional money is already in place, which is a crucial part of the argument. Pumpius says XRP's path mirrors that of Bitcoin and Ethereum before their ETF approvals. Both the CME Group and Coinbase Derivatives launched XRP futures earlier in 2025, creating regulated liquidity channels that big institutions require. Combined with ETFs, this setup is designed to funnel massive institutional capital directly into the asset. Pumpius argues that ETF-driven inflows of $10 to $18 billion by the end of 2025 could force extreme price elasticity. This is an economics term, meaning the price would have to move dramatically to clear all that new demand against the limited available supply. Furthermore, ETFs don't just bring in money. They open access for a whole new class of investors. Registered investment advisors, RIAs, wealth managers, pensions, and corporate treasuries can now easily gain compliant, daily settled spot exposure to XRP. This turns billions of dollars in sideline capital into active demand. Pumpius believes this could create a powerful feedback cycle. Inflows boost the price, and the rising price itself attracts even larger inflows. In his view, if all XRP ETFs get approval in October, the path to $50 by December 2025 is not speculative hype, but a logical outcome of supply mechanics, institutional infrastructure, and market structure. He concludes, in that setup, $50 stops being a meme and becomes a path, not a promise. However, a critical analysis absolutely requires us to look at the other side. This is an extraordinarily bullish prediction. XRP is trading at $2.80 today, and reaching $50 would require a 1,685% growth in just a few months. This would mean XRP's market capitalization would need to explode from around $168 billion to nearly $3 trillion. Many commentators on Pumpius's post have expressed strong disagreement, arguing that this timeline is simply too short for the XRP market to expand that dramatically. While the ETF catalyst is powerful, scaling to a $3 trillion market cap would require not just institutional demand, but a monumental shift in global asset allocation that typically takes more time. The key takeaway is that Pumpius presents a compelling, numbers-driven argument for how a supply shock could theoretically propel XRP to incredible heights in a very short time. The pieces are indeed falling into place with ETF filings and existing futures markets. However, the timeline is incredibly aggressive and depends on a perfect, rapid alignment of all these factors without any hiccups. It's a fascinating thought experiment that highlights the potential of institutional adoption. But investors should balance this optimism with the understanding that such explosive growth is unprecedented and would require everything to go exactly right. What do you think? Is a $50 XRP by the end of next year a realistic target based on this math? Or is it too optimistic? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please give the video a like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.